Imagine you have already created one table and later you realized that one column name was wrong, or in fact the entire table name itself was wrong. Or in the username column of the table, you have given the wrong data type. Maybe you have given integer as the data type in username column by mistake. Also, it can happen that the entire table data itself is wrong. So what would you do in that case? Will you delete the entire table? Yes, you can. But what if instead of just one table, you have multiple tables? And these scenarios can happen across all the multiple tables. Will you delete and rebuild all the tables now? No, that's not what we do in our real world scenario. So today in this video, I will show you how to do these changes easily with the help of TDL commands. Let's get started. Now suppose we have a table and we want to alter the maybe the table name, or suppose we want to alter the data type of a column, or we want to add some additional columns inside a table. So how will we do that? So we have alter command. Alter table and then the table name. Table name would be maybe yeah, app.users, like app is the schema, users is the table name, and then we want to alter the data type of a column. So what uh, what column should we use here for altering? Let's see what all columns are there. Select star from this app.users table. Okay, we have user ID, username, email, mobile number is active, created at. We will alter this mobile number column. Okay. Okay, before that, so when we were creating this app.users table, we defined this mobile number column as numeric int, right? But now we will change it to varchar. So alter table app.users, alter column. Since we are altering the column, we need to write this alter column here, and then the column name. Column name is mobile number, and what will be the data type? First, we need to write the type here. Type varchar. Right. And we did not write the column name here. Column name is mobile number. Correct. So this is the syntax: alter table, table name, alter column, type, mobile number. This type is the data type, not data type, but that we are denoting that we want to change the type, data type of this mobile number. That's why this we have written type here: alter column type, mobile number, and to which data type we are changing. So it's varchar 100. Let's do this. Run command. Uh, what is the issue here? The column. Okay, got it. This type should come after. This type should come after this. Yeah, because varchar is here, right? So it should come just before the data type. So alter table, table name, alter column, column name, type, varchar, data type. Okay, let's run this now. Yes, table has been altered. There can be one more scenario where we want to add one extra column. So let's use this app.profiles table for that. Alter table, then table name. And since we are not altering the column, we are adding a column. So we will write add here, then the column name. What should be the column name here in apps.profile table? Let's see what all columns are already there. Select star from apps.profile. Profile ID, file user ID, file name is kit profile. Okay, let's add is active. So add column name is active. And what should be the data type of this is active? It should be either true or false. So we will write boolean, and let's make it as default true. So by default it should be true. Now let's run this alter command, alter statement. Now table has been altered. If you see here, select star from apps.profile, it should give you the new column now. See, this is active column is present now. Now if we want to rename a, like, we can rename a table as well as we can rename the column of a table. So both can be done here. So let's write a rename statement here. First we will rename a column of a table. And which table should we use? Okay, here we should use app.users table. So first we need to write alter table this, since we are renaming column. So we will write rename column. We will rename the mobile number column to phone number. So mobile number 2 is important here. This is a keyword. 2 phone number. That's it. Let's run the statement, and table got altered. Now I want to rename the table itself. Then what will we do? Again same alter table command, alter table statement, alter table. Then which table we want to change? Apps profile. Okay, we will do alter table app.profiles, and what should be renamed to? Rename to user profile. Here we do not need to mention the schema. We can just write the table name, because schema is already mentioned here. It already knows that this has to be done inside the app schema. So here we do not write to add the schema. Let's alter this table now. This has been altered. Now let's see what will happen if we select star from the old table, app.profiles table. It should throw error, right? Because it doesn't exist now. Correct. It is throwing error because this table doesn't exist now. If we do this app.new table name, then it should show the output. Yes, correct. It is showing the output. That means it has been altered. Now drop versus truncate. What is drop and truncate? So suppose we have one student table or any table. If we truncate that table, then the entire data of that table will be deleted. Entire data. But the structure of data, structure of the column will not be deleted. Only the data will be deleted. But if we drop the table, the data along with the structure of the table will be deleted. Table will not exist after that. So let's verify this with our drop and truncate statement. We will take an example. Since we do not have any data right now and we haven't studied DML till now, I haven't told you about DML till now. So for now I will just use one simple insert statement. So I will use users table. So just to demonstrate you that how this truncate and drop works. Insert into app dot users values, and then value would be okay. Leave it. We can create another table. Create table dummy. We will create one dummy table. And inside this dummy table, we will create one dummy column. Right? It would be int, and that's it. And we will create this table. Table is created, and now we will insert inside this table. Insert into dummy table values. Since it is int, we will give 1 inside bracket 1, and I will create another column, another row with value as 12. Okay, so let's run this. One row inserted. Let's run this. Another row inserted. Now do select star. Select star from dummy table. Now we have two values here, 1 and 12. Now let's see what will happen if we truncate this table. So what is the syntax of truncate? Since we are truncating the table, we need to write truncate and then table and then the table name. And what is the table name? Table name is dummy table. That's it. So simple. And let's run this. Table is truncated. Now let's see what is inside this table now. Select star from this table. Nothing. All vanished, right? So truncate is very devastating if we do this. It's destructive. We should not do this in production. Whenever we want to read something, we need to have delete statement that we will learn in DML session. Now what is this drop command or drop statement? It will drop the entire table, not only the data but the entire structure of the table. So what is the syntax? Since we are dropping the table, so drop and then table and then the table name. Table name is dummy table. Let's run this. Table has been dropped. Now let's see what will happen if we select star from this dummy table. It throws error. Why? Because we have dropped the table. Table does not exist in the database now. That's why it is throwing error. Understood? Now we have one concept, if not exist, and we should always use this because this is the keyword, or this is the statement that will make our DDL safer. And what do I mean by this? Let me show you. Suppose we have a table. Suppose we have a user table. Okay. Now someone again creates the same user table or any other table but with the same name user. So what will happen if we use if not exist? Nothing will happen. Like it will not throw error, and table will also be not be created. So let's see this. We have already created this user table, right? Here we will again use this here. But instead of create table, I will write create table if not exist. Then remaining things will remain exist. Not exist, exist. Exists. Yes. So create table if not spelling is correct, right? Okay, now it is correct. Create table if not exist, and the remaining will be same. Now let's run this and see what happens. It says relation users already exist, skipping. So it did not throw any error, but it informed you that user table already exists and we need to change the user name, I mean table name. So this is the use of if not exist, correct? And this can also be used with the drop statement. Drop table if not exist. So suppose suppose we have one table, and if we are dropping it, so it will be dropped, right? But suppose that table doesn't exist, and then we are writing drop statement on that table. Suppose now we have dropped this table dummy, right? Here dummy table has been dropped, and now if we write again if we run this statement drop table dummy table, then it will throw error because this table does not exist. But I do not want error to come here. I want this to be skipped if table does not exist. And what I will do, drop table if not exists, and then dummy table. Now it should not throw any error. drop table if exist. Correct, not yes, because table will be dropped only if exist. It will not be dropped if not exist. So not was not a correct syntax here. So that's why drop table if exist. Drop table create table if not exist, but drop table if exist. Understood? Let's run this table. It showed you the notice that table dummy table does not exist. Skipping. That means no error came. It only informed you that this table does not exist. We need to change the table name. So this is also done, and the last part is this is the last part of DDL. After that, we will start DML. So this is for the documentation of the database. Comment. What does it mean? When we have a table and I want someone to, by looking at this table or by checking the comment of that table, he should know that what this table is all about, or what this particular column of the table is all about. So we can write comment on that particular column or on that particular table. So how does it work? How do we write it? It's comment on, then the table name would be, okay, let's take app.users table. Schema name dot table name, and what are I commenting? So comment on this table is the keyword, right? Is, and our comment, this is a comment on the table, and if we execute it, comment will be added to the table. Comment on table. Okay, we missed the keyword table here. Okay, now let's run this. Yes, comment is added on this particular table. Now I want to add comment on a particular column of the table. Then what I will do, again comment on. Now instead of table I will write column here, column. But what column of the column of which table? So again app dot users table I'll take, column table, and then is what? Before is I need to write column name. I need to mention the column name, right? Otherwise it will not know on which column it has to give comment on. So table name I will take it as phone number. Now phone number name has been changed. Okay, I will take as email is email is always unique. So this is another comment that we are giving to this particular column of this particular table, and when we run this, comment will be added. So that's the end of TDL video. We will meet you in our next video, that will be DML.